The Browns were once America's most famous plural family, but unity has shattered into betrayal, heartbreak, and humiliation. Christine left. Janelle chose freedom. Meri broke her silence. And Robyn, the wife once called the favorite, stunned the world by calling Kody a pig. Tonight, we uncover the secrets of a family in ruins and the shocking twist that connects Kody's Special Forces meltdown with the collapse of his marriage. The Brown family, breaking point. Stay with us because when Kody's true motive for wanting another wife is revealed, Robyn's world and his will never be the same.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about that subject, but
Oh, you're talking about sex?
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh.
My primary motivation, I'm afraid, at this state in my life.
Yeah.
Part 1. It started as a dream. One man, 4 wives, and a vision of unity. For years, the Brown family captured the hearts of America. Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn stood together under Kody's leadership, promising loyalty and eternal love. But behind the smiles, cracks were forming. And when the world shut down in 2020, so did the bonds that held them together. And that's when Christine made the choice that would shock millions. Kody Brown was the first to say enough is enough. Years of feeling unloved by Kody pushed her to make the boldest move, walking away from plural marriage. Her declaration wasn't just about leaving Kody. It was about reclaiming her power, and for fans, it was a revolution. Suddenly, Sister Wives wasn't about polygamy. It was about survival, dignity, and starting over. But Christine's freedom came at a price, and Kody would never forgive her. If Christine's exit was a spark, Janelle's was a wildfire. For decades, Janelle played the role of peacemaker, but by 2023, she had had enough. In her own words, "I just want something real. I want something organic." Janelle's declaration wasn't just about Kody. It was about choosing herself, her health, her happiness, her future, and women across America related to every word. Yet, Janelle's independence comes with a shocking ultimatum that even Christine didn't see coming. For years, Meri stayed in the shadows, the first wife, but often the forgotten one. Her emotional isolation became the subject of endless speculation. But in 2024, Meri finally spoke, "I deserve love, and I won't settle anymore." It was a moment of liberation. For Meri, silence turned into strength. And for fans, it was proof that even after decades of heartbreak, there can be new beginnings. But while Meri, Janelle, and Christine move on, Robyn is left holding on to a crumbling dream. Robyn once believed she was the chosen one, the wife Kody truly loved. But as the other women leave, the spotlight turns harshly on her. Fans now ask, was Robyn the glue or the wedge that tore the family apart? And here lies the twist. Robyn isn't celebrating her victory. Instead, she is trapped in a marriage where loyalty feels like loneliness and where fans have turned from sympathy to outrage. And then, in 2025, a revelation shatters what little trust remains. The Brown family's future is no longer about togetherness. It is about survival individually, separately, and in public. Christine moves on with new love. Janelle embraces single life. Meri reinvents herself. And Robyn, she clings to Kody. As the fans revolt. For millions of women watching across the country, the Browns are no longer role models of unity. They are a warning of what happens when loyalty is forced, when love becomes control, and when one man's dream destroys 4 women's lives. What do you think? Did Robyn win? Or did she lose everything? Comment below with your thoughts. Part 2. Once, Kody Brown was the symbol of plural marriage in America. 4 wives, 18 children, and a promise of eternal unity. But as the seasons rolled on, the dream became a nightmare. Christine walked away. Janelle followed. Meri declared her independence. Suddenly, Kody was no longer the leader of a kingdom. He was a king without a court. And in the middle of this storm, Kody looked for redemption. Not at home, not with his family, but in the brutal world of special forces. But the truth is, Kody wasn't running towards strength. He was running away from weakness. Special forces, world's toughest test, isn't just a show. It's survival. It's pain. It's humiliation on a global stage. For Kody, this wasn't just about pushing his body. It was about proving to his family, to Robyn, and to the fans that he was still the man in charge. But while he was chasing validation in the mud, a bombshell confession at home was about to turn Robyn from loyal wife to furious critic. Because when Kody revealed the real reason he wanted another wife, Robyn didn't hold back. In a private conversation, Kody admitted what fans had long suspected. His desire for another wife wasn't about faith. It wasn't about family. It was about himself, his pride, his ego, his craving to feel wanted again. "You're a pig, Kody, a selfish pig." The woman who once defended him at every turn now broke the silence. And in that one brutal word, fans saw a new reality. Robyn wasn't just hurt. She was humiliated. And America was watching Tenet. And the fan backlash was louder than anything Kody faced in the barracks. The internet exploded. For years, Robyn was blamed for being the favorite wife. But now, her insult toward Kody flipped the narrative. Fans asked, was she finally seeing the man behind the mask? Meanwhile, Kody's image spiraled. On TV, he was breaking under military pressure. At home, his last alliance was cracking. And for the first time, Sister Wives fans saw Kody not as a leader, but as a man cornered by his own choices. But then came the twist. One revelation that changed the way fans saw Robyn forever. Behind the scenes, whispers began to spread. Robyn's outburst wasn't just anger, it was fear, because Kody's confession about wanting another wife meant one thing: even she, the so-called favorite, wasn't enough. The twist? Robyn wasn't Kody's partner in victory. She was his last victim in defeat. For fans, the truth was brutal. If Christine, Janelle, and Meri weren't enough, Robyn never stood a chance. The marriage she fought to protect was the very cage that kept her trapped. And as Kody's Special Forces journey ends in collapse, so too may his final marriage. Kody's attempt to prove his manhood backfired. On Special Forces, he was just another contestant pushed to his limits. At home, he was a husband exposed by his own words. And as the women around him rise Christine in love, Janelle in freedom, Meri in self-discovery, Kody is left fighting battles no one asked him to fight. And Robyn? Her outburst wasn't just an insult. It was the sound of a marriage breaking on it. What do you think? Did Robyn finally expose the truth about Kody, or is she trapped in a love she can't escape? Tell us in the comments below. Let's deep dive in. In full details. Part 3. It began as a dream. 4 wives, 18 children, and 1 man who claimed to unite them all. But cracks appeared early. Jealousies, confessions, and the weight of Kody's ego. By the pandemic, the family was splintered. Christine, long feeling unloved, walked away in 2021. Janelle followed 2 years later, saying she only wanted relationships that felt organic. Meri, too, decided she deserved more than empty promises. The once united family had become 4 women on 4 separate paths. And Kody? He was left clinging to Robyn, his so-called soulmate, but even that bond was about to crack. Because while his wives found freedom, Kody looked for redemption in the mud. Desperate to prove his manhood, Kody signed on to Special Forces, world's toughest test. This wasn't just about TV. This was survival, endurance, validation. For Kody, it was a chance to show his children, his ex-wives, and Robyn that he was still strong, still worthy, still in control. But as fans tuned in, they saw not a leader, but a man broken. And back home, his darkest confession was about to turn Robyn against him. Because what Kody admitted off camera left even Robyn calling him a pig. In private, Kody admitted why he wanted another wife. It wasn't about faith. It wasn't about family. It was about himself, his pride, his craving to feel desired, his fear of irrelevance. For years, Robyn defended him at every turn, but this time, her anger cut through decades of silence. Fans erupted online. Finally, Robyn sees him for who he is, wrote one Reddit user. A YouTube comment read, "She protected him for years. Now even she can't stomach the truth." But was Robyn's outburst strength, or was it proof that she too had become trapped? The backlash was instant. For over a decade, Robyn was blamed as the wedge that split the family. But now her words flipped the script. Was she finally the victim of Kody's pride? Or was it too little, too late? Meanwhile, the other wives thrived. Christine found new love. Janelle embraced independence. Meri reinvented herself. And Kody? On Special Forces, he was collapsing under pressure. At home, he was collapsing under truth. But then whispers of Robyn's hidden fear revealed a twist even fans weren't ready for. Robyn's outburst wasn't just about anger, it was about fear. Because if Christine, Janelle, and Meri weren't enough, and if even Robyn wasn't enough, then Kody's hunger for another wife meant one thing: his loyalty was an illusion. And Robyn, the so-called favorite, was never truly safe. The twist? Robyn wasn't Kody's victory. She was his last casualty. The marriage she fought to protect had become the cage that kept her trapped. And as Kody stumbled in mud, fans asked, was his toughest test ever at home? In the end, Kody's attempt to prove his manhood backfired. On Special Forces, he was just another contestant broken by the weight of reality. At home, his wives moved forward while he stood still. And Robyn? Her outburst wasn't a victory. It was a warning that even the most loyal wife can see through the lies. Kody Brown set out to prove his strength. Instead, he revealed his weakness. Sister Wives, the breaking point. Back in 2010, when Sister Wives premiered, TLC introduced America to a new kind of family. For many viewers, the Browns represented curiosity and controversy all at once. But as years passed, cracks became visible. Christine openly admitted in season 16, "I can't do marriage with Kody anymore." Janelle echoed her pain, reminding fans she only wanted connections that grow naturally. Meri, in heartbreaking moments, was seen isolated her marriage with Kody, legally dissolved in 2014 when he married Robyn. These weren't just television storylines. They were legal and emotional battles that paralleled real-life struggles of women across America, women choosing between loyalty and self-respect. Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, isn't just a reality show. It is based on real military training programs used by elite units across the world. The challenges mimic SAS and Navy SEAL survival drills, pushing contestants beyond physical strength into psychological breaking points. When fans saw Kody dragging his body through mud, it wasn't just TV drama, it was symbolic. Here was a man once proud of being in control of 4 wives, now struggling to control his own breath. On Reddit, one fan wrote, "Watching Kody get yelled at by real drill sergeants was oddly satisfying." Another tweeted, "This is karma in HD." The moment Kody admitted his motive, wanting another wife to feed his ego, fans described it as a betrayal not just to Robyn, but to every woman he ever married. Facebook groups lit up with comments. Christine was right all along. Others sympathized with Robyn, with one post gaining thousands of likes reading, "She sacrificed everything, and now she realizes she was never enough for him either." This wasn't just drama, it was a cultural moment. For many women watching, it was a mirror reflecting how fragile respect can be in a marriage built on imbalance. Historically, Sister Wives fandom has been polarized. For years, Robyn was cast as the villain, accused of favoritism and manipulation. But after calling Kody a pig, online sentiment shifted. A leading Sister Wives podcast declared, "Robyn finally spoke what the other wives were too tired to say." Even YouTube reaction channels, often critical of her, admitted the insult felt like the first authentic emotion fans had seen from her in years. But backlash didn't stop at Robyn. Kody's image sank. Further clips of him defending polygamy, while his wives left, went viral on TikTok, racking millions of views with captions like, "Man of 4 wives, left with none." Insiders close to the show hinted that Robyn's greatest fear wasn't losing Kody. It was losing the identity she had built as the loyal one. If Kody pursued another wife, that identity collapsed. TLC historians note that this isn't new. Throughout American polygamist history, favorite wives often became scapegoats once family structures crumbled. Robyn's outburst echoed a much older truth. In systems built on male ego, no woman is ever truly secure. A Redditor summed it up. Robyn is realizing she traded sisterhood for isolation. And that realization shook fans as much as her insult to Kody. The fallout wasn't just television entertainment. It was a case study in gender, loyalty, and resilience. Christine's remarriage symbolized rebirth. Janelle's independence inspired countless fans to post their own divorce and freedom stories online. Meri's retreats became havens for women seeking healing. And Kody? Instead of reclaiming manhood on Special Forces, he became a metaphor for fragile masculinity exposed under pressure. In fan forums, one viral comment read, The real toughest test wasn't mud or mountains, it was love, and Kody failed. For many women viewers, that conclusion wasn't just satisfying, it was liberating. Do you believe Robyn has finally broken free, or is she still trapped? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dive Sister Wives documentaries. And stay tuned because the Brown story is far from over.